In this video,
undo that knob there. Solid. Yeah, it's not the strongest. Percent humidity. Cool, some length on that. I've got some big videos coming up of some tools that I got, not from Parkside or from Aldi. They're in the works, but I thought to keep it going, let me show you some other tools from Parkside and Aldi that I bought recently. Also, a bit of exciting news for us Parkside fanboys. Have you seen what's coming out in the coming weeks? We'll have a look later in the video. Oh, and we'll also do the giveaway results and a new giveaway. Hello, sheddies, and you join me again in my shed.
First of all, though, let's have a look around the middle aisle at Lidl, see what tools are new. Chainsaw blade sharpener for 20 quid. And then this cargo net for £5.99. And then £5.99 for a tarpaulin. Green as well, so doesn't stand out too much in the back garden if you use it there. A tenner for the extending head shears. 3M duct tape, black and silver, £2.50. I should have picked some more of that up, I always forget. I've got some, but it's always good to have a bit more. Pruning saws, the fixed one and the retracting one. Incinerator bin, 80 litre for 17 quid. And then for 60 quid, got the pressure washer. 420 litres per hour. Quite a beast, that one. 1800 watts, I think it is. And then the petrol chainsaw, and I think that was £69.99. Extension lead on a reel with 4 sockets, 15 quid. And then we've got these small pruners for £6. Goggles, different colours, £4. I've got some of them. They're really good, actually. And then we've got this shovel with a saw at the side for cutting through roots. We saw these in the magazine, actually, or the brochure. 15 quid with the Lidl Plus app. And then the long reach hedge trimmers. This is mains powered. And again, with the Lidl Plus app, 50 quid. £7.99 and £4.99 for these covers for outdoor furniture. Green again. And then a leaf blower vacuumed, 30 quid. And that was about it. Back to the shed.
I've already got one similar to this, but not from Parkside. A switchable welding magnet with an arm on there. Let me show you. If I can find it. Here it is. Switchable magnet covered in shavings and wood dust. Metal shavings. And as I said, it's got like an arm on there. So if we put that magnet on, it won't stick until, well, in fact, it's off already. So it's off now. Stick it on, well, put it on there and it's not sticking. Turn that on and it sticks to something metal. You've probably seen these before. And while it's on there, we can undo that knob there and we can move this in multiple directions. The brackets come out the end, but it's good for fixing in like a light or a camera if I'm filming, or a gauge of some sort. You find the right position, turn the knob, and it locks in place. I think I got this from Amazon, actually. The Woodwork Journey, Dean, put his link below. And he mentioned it was probably a year ago now, so I bought one. It's coming really handy. It's covered in metal shavings, though. Release, off, take it out of the way. And while we're talking about shout-outs, Mark at Start Making Woodworking, he did a shout-out from the other day, and I've had a load more subscribers come on. Welcome to everybody. Thanks for coming over. And I've mentioned him before, but if you haven't already, go and check Mark's channel out. Fantastic channel from his workshop. Really good at explaining things. Far better than me. That's not hard.
As we all know, space is of a premium in our sheds and workshop, and Mark's always looking at ideas, space-saving ideas to store his tools, ingenious ways of doing it, plus loads of woodworking tips. I'll put his link below.
Cheers, Mark. So we've got the switchable welding magnet. Max load, let's turn the light on. Better. Max load side A, 23 kilos. Side B, 11.5. Side C, 14.5. Interesting. Wonder why that is then. 3-year warranty. Size 120 by 84 by 36 millimeters. So if you're doing 45 degrees, 90 degrees, I suppose it's good. I mean, we haven't tried it yet, but you can, instead of pulling it away and it might dislodge it, you can just release. And to get the perfect positioning. Practical tool for welding, soldering, plasma cutting, ideal for tacking and spot welding. Thermal stress can damage the magnets. Remove magnets before welding through to the other side. Right, let's have a look. And here it is. Instructions. I must admit, it doesn't seem as solid as this one, but we haven't tried it yet. So there's a symbol there, no magnet, then magnet. So that locks in. Right, so let's put it on no magnet. Bring the vise back in. Nothing. And lock him in. Oh yeah, it's on. It's not very strong. Get a bit of box section. Right. So that's the magnet on there. Yeah, it's not the strongest, but I don't suppose it has to be. Same on that side, it's off at the minute. And lock him in. Yeah, locked in. Same on that side. Yeah. Probably not going to hold, but let's give it a try. Yeah, it's holding. Like that. And weld it, or tack it, or spot weld it, or solder something. Or maybe you're bolting something together. So there it is. And that was, I'm sure it was $3.99. Someone mentioned it actually. I thought, I didn't see that. But I spotted it the other day and bought it. Next. Now this is from Lidl, but obviously not Parkside. Uriel. Thermometer and hygrometer for monitoring the indoor climate and preventing mold. So measuring moisture and the temperature. Batteries included, 3-year warranty. Indoor humidity measurement includes comfort level display in 3 steps. Dry, comfortable and high humidity. Indicated by a smiley face. Saves minimum and maximum values. Temperature range from -10 to 50 degrees centigrade. For wall mounting, freestanding or magnetic attachment. With a folding stand, indoor use only. Let's have a look. So I suppose one of these will be good in a cellar to monitor humidity and mould. Or in sheds, of course. Workshops, man caves, whatever really. Caravans. Yeah. I think these were $4.99. Right. Can't resist. And there's a lot of people that like to keep the film on, but look at that. You won't keep that on, would you? Well, I won't. I can't resist. Right. There's the magnets on the back. Yeah. Little hanger if you want to hang it on the wall. Minimum, maximum, centigrade and Fahrenheit. Where's the stand? Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at that. That's dinky, isn't it? Nice. Then we need to pull a tab out. Yeah, there we are. Tab at the back. Here we go. 24.5. Yeah, it is hot at the minute. As a lot of us already know. 56% humidity. So a smiley face. It don't feel like that, though. I'm sweating buckets. So we can turn that from Fahrenheit, 76-ish. And then minimum and maximum. Say minimum. Oh, it's nothing yet because it's not recorded the data. But we can leave it recording. And each one will do the same. So I can put one in the shed, one in another shed, and maybe one in one of my other sheds. £4.99. Not bad. Next. Got this a bit back. So apologies if it's not in your store anymore, if you actually wanted one. Or they may be. They do hold them in stock quite a while these days in Aldi. So from Aldi, Work Zone, a mini hand truck. And I was quite impressed with this because it takes 50 kilos, which is a fair old whack for something that's like plastic. Metal handle supports. And this bungee cord. You can see how it sits. I was thinking this would be good for that big power station power bank I've got for moving it around. In fact, it'll be ideal for that. But the good thing about it, you can see the size of it. You can slide it probably under a seat of a car or in the boot of the car when you're picking something up. Back of a van, trade van, or just in the workshop or shed. Dimensions 34 by 24.6 by 93.5 centimetres. Small and lightweight. Anything on the back? No. Zoom out a little bit. Whoop. There we go. Lift him up. Slide this off. Instructions. Oh, need to drop my finger. Relatively straightforward. We can either have it, like that, and then we can put something underneath there and hold it in place. Be good for like a vacuum as well that might not have wheels. There's some cordless ones out there that don't have wheels on the bottom. Moving equipment around the shed, moving building materials, whatever. That on clips if you need to. It's a long cord actually. Clip it back into place. It's got a plastic hook. Put him back in there. Handle extends. Push button. Cool. Some length on that. What did it say it was? 93. So just under a metre. £9.99 ain't bad. Right, let me show you it on the floor. Plastic wheels, and they've got a nut to hold it in place. An axle through the centre. All this is plastic. Little feet there to rest it on the floor. The little lugs there that hold it in place. But when you press the button in, push it down, they pop in. Rolls really nicely. And I think with them wheels as well, it'd be good on rough terrain. In fact, they're not plastic, they're more rubber, like really solid rubber. Good height as well. And as you can see there is my power station with a cover on. Let's take the cover off. Got two handles on it. I suppose we could just put it straight underneath that bungee cord, but let's just put it on there for now. There we go. Nice. Yeah, it'd be better with a bungee cord over the top just to give it some support and stop it from flipping forward. As you can see, nice and easy. Pull it behind me, move it around. Can't remember how much this weighs now. It's got to be about 25 kilos maybe. Doesn't say. It's probably a bit more than that. It's probably about 30 kilos. A little bit of flex on it when you pull it back, but not much. But it says up to 50. Be good as well for toolboxes, stacking toolboxes. Tumble dryer will probably lift. Not sure about a washing machine. They're very heavy. I know because I've taken one upstairs before. So I like that. Next. Also from Aldi, I got this universal saw guide bar. As you can see on there. 770mm long, ideal for accurate size work using circular hand saws, jigsaws and routers. Also suitable as a joiner square or folding square. Prevents slanting of workpieces and saw kickback. Includes a fixing clamp, longitudinal scale 0 to 770mm, angle scale 70 degrees, 0 degrees, 70 degrees. You can see it's got a clamp on there as well. It clamp into the piece of wood at an angle. And it was only £5.99. Let's have a look. Here we go. Work zone. The clamp. Ooh, where's that? Oh, I bet it be in here. Oh, it's there. Ah, yeah. For packaging. Take him out of there. Slot him in there. There we are. Getting the right angle. 30 degrees. Lock it off there. Then the clamp in a bag, and that slots in, I think, I'm gonna do it first. Going like that. Yeah, because it sits on that plate on top. Tighten up from the bottom. Little tab on top, and then we tighten it up. Right then, let's get a piece of wood. Quite appropriate. I've got the work zone workmate, mate. Because the other bench I've got that's normally here, I've moved away into a cupboard because it's foldable. Because I've got something going on behind here that I'm going to show you in an upcoming video. I've wound it out, bit of wood, treated timber. Solid. Give it a quick nip up. Of course, we can use a circular saw on there or jigsaw, but obviously got to allow for the plate of the jigsaw or the circular saw. But I'm just going to use a handsaw. I'm going to use this cranked handle Parkside pull saw. Just flip the blade around. Better. No, I'm going to use the other side. Too coarse. Better. Perfect. Nice cut. 30 degrees. Or I could use my contractor saw, of course. And we can cut a board as wide as that. 770mm. It's going to be less, obviously, if it's at an angle. But you know what I mean. £5.99. Not bad. Next. Now, I've not got the brochure, but have you seen online, look, Parkside, they've even got Arnie on the front cover of the brochure. Must be good. Batteries are going to be in stock and the brackets to mount them on the wall, look. And the charger. And not a bad price on those brackets, $2.99 each or two for a £5. A load of drill bits coming in, a drill bit sharpener, and that right angle adapter. I actually got one of them from Aldi. It was actually cheaper than $9.99. I think it was only about $6.99. Folding sawhorses, 2 for 20 quid. And they've got F-lamps coming back into stock. And a bench grinder and a vise. I don't know how good that vise is going to be, though. I've not seen them in stock before. Mallets and hammers and storage boxes, you know, in the plastic storage racks. A cordless work light,
for a tenner, and then an upright cordless vacuum for 20 quid. I don't know, bad. There's one for the fanboys, look. A 12-litre lunch bag for 8 quid. I'll definitely be getting one of them. Bluetooth ear defenders, 30 quid with the Lidl Plus app. And a manual winch there for £13. That doesn't seem too bad. So it looks like there's a really good selection coming out on the 7th of September. Let me know what you've got. Let me know what you're buying. It helps me and others.
Now, I know what you're going to say. Not another Wallet Master multi-tool, but yeah, it's for the giveaway and the sticker. Tool lover. That's my last one now, and I've got some better tools for giveaways coming up. Just put I'm in below and any other comment you like after it, or just I'm in on its own. And I'll pick the winner in an upcoming video. And I only announce it in a video. I never announce the winners in the comments. Right, let's quickly do the giveaway results for the last video.
As usual, I scroll up and down the screen without looking at it until my finger lands on somebody. And this time it is Smithy5356. Send me an email. It's in the description below. Well done.
Like I said, I've got some fantastic new tools to show you. There's a lot going on that way. You can't see behind the camera. That'll be coming up in another video. So if you like these sort of videos, why don't consider subscribing if you're not already? And as I always say, I'm not an expert. These are just things to get up to in my shed at the weekend. Always do your own safety checks first. Don't do as I do. Do what's good for you. Comment below anything you like, your thoughts, your suggestions, tools you're buying, that sort of thing. Anything I got wrong. It's usually the case. Hopefully there's some things of interest in this video. Put a link on the screen now to one of your tool reviews, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, take care, and remember, keep calm and head to the shed. Cheers! See you next time on Weekend Shedhead.